Hello, my name is James, and I've been coming to Holy Trinity with Lorna, my wife, for several years now. But in all that time, I've never before done a televised thought for the day. So here goes. The Bible reading notes that I'm following at the moment come from Scripture Union. Over the last 3 weeks, we've been studying the letter to the Hebrews. There's so much good stuff in that letter. My notes go have a lot of deep teaching on it. But when we were in chapter 10, two verses hit me in particular. Not the deepest verses in the chapter, but they were just so relevant, I thought, to what we're going through at present. They were Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25. Let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, not giving up to meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, all the more as you see the day approaching. These verses struck me because giving up meeting together is what we've done. We've had to give it up. The government has forbidden us to meet together. And doesn't the Bible say that we should submit to the governing authorities? I haven't seen another member of our congregation, any other member of our congregation, in person for over 2 months, except Lorna, of course, and I saw Marg once, but that's all. But on the other hand, what a blessing the internet is being. With Sunday services, the Ascension Day, Taizé service, life group Zoom meetings, quizzes, and so on. And it's lovely to be able to continue meeting together as a congregation, even if it's only electronically. And those of us who can access these events should be incredibly grateful to all those who are putting them together. But they can't ever fully be a suitable, a substitute rather, for the real thing, for meeting together in person. One thing, some in our church family, especially the elder folk, don't have the right equipment, and so they can't join in. But why should we meet together at all? Why don't we just sit at home and worship God and pray to Him and read our Bibles all by ourselves? Well, Jesus was meeting with His disciples all the time until His ascension. And then, since the birth of the church on the day of Pentecost, Christians have been together, either living together in Christian communities or meeting in their homes or in church buildings like we do. For one thing, it gives us the precious opportunity to gather around the Lord's table and share in communion. Those verses give us another good reason for gathering together. It's in order that we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, so that we may encourage one another. So when we're together, as we sing hymns and spiritual songs, as we lead in prayer, or read the lesson, or preach, or give a testimony, as we chat together after the service, or even just by being there. In all those things, what we're doing is spurring one another on in the Christian life, encouraging one another in our worship of God, and building one another up in the faith, so that all of us are spurred on, encouraged, and built up. So, while we're in this season of isolation, let's meet together as best we can by using technology to the full and meeting in a virtual way, keeping up contact with one another as much as possible, and not forgetting those who don't do technology. Perhaps we could think of those of them we know and ring them from time to time to encourage them and to build them up. All the while looking forward to the time when our church community can meet together again in reality. And may that be soon.